When assessing the effectiveness of your self-defense, you have to make sure that the threat is actually stopped. Hi everyone, this is John with today's active self-protection lesson out of Brazil. Here we're going to see a couple of bank guards who are going to stop somebody who is robbing a patron. And we're going to learn important lessons here about being aware of what's going on in your surroundings, about defeating intermediate barriers with your force multipliers, and most importantly, about making sure that the threat is actually stopped. Our victim is just coming in the middle of the screen there. You can just barely see this guy is going to come and stick a gun in his face and rob him. He's coming into a bank, but there's a couple of guards and you don't get to see them until the shots start ringing out. But they put a couple shots on him and he rolls over and starts putting them back on him, and they finally get him enough here and he stops fighting them. But you notice it took them quite a while. Now, I don't know what the guards are doing exactly here, whether that's getting out from the security or whatever, but you can see the victim is still sitting there kind of trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Looks like he might have gotten injured as well. And what we're going to see here is the guards finally come over, going to kick his pistol away and then get away from him. And this one's over. Let's go think about some significant lessons out of this one. Number one, I want to talk about transitional spaces. This guy here is walking into a bank, probably has some significant deposit to make or something like that. The guy targeted him clearly and wanted to get him before he got to the security door. So when you're in those kind of transitional spaces, you got to be aware of potential victimizations. You got to understand what's going on in your world. So then when he starts fighting against the guy, now the shots start ringing out and they come from the guard here. Now I do want to pay attention to the fact that if you do have to shoot through glass, most jacketed hollow points, most modern ones at least, will go right through that without degradation in performance, but it will change the trajectory of the bullet many times. You got to be aware of that. Now they shoot him down, but you notice that when he went down, he wasn't out of the fight, which is why when you do need to put shots on target, you want to continue to verify that the threat has stopped. Now I'm not saying to shoot down people all the time, but to continue to look through those sights and to see, is he actually down? He wasn't, and so they had to keep after him, and they didn't realize that, and that put them in some significant danger. The second time, thankfully, they did shoot until the threat stopped, and they were able to stay after that. So make sure that you have absolutely verified that the threat is stopped. Even if you stop shooting because it hasn't, make sure that you'd recognize that it can reemerge. Now, I do like that the guard here got the gun out of the guy's way. You want to make sure if you have to stay near a down threat that you want to get their tool away from them in case they come to again. The guard did a good job of that in this situation and then got some distance. That's a good thing. So some things to think about here from the victim's perspective, some things to think about from the guard's perspective. They did a pretty good job. Watch out for those reemerging threats and cover your asp.